guess what I get to do today? They gave me a gavel. They didn't actually give me a gavel. They gave the position of president a gavel. So this will be passed on from board member to board member as we go down over the years. All right. That seems so weird to do that. All right. The regular meeting of the Lakeway Owners Association is called to order. It's December 9th, 6 p.m. And let's start with a prayer. Jeffrey?
Sir,
Could you turn the sound down?
I got it.
Okay. And I ask you to bow your heads and pray with me. Heavenly Father, we come before you this evening with humble hearts, seeking your presence and your peace. We lift up to you the many war-torn regions of the world where families are displaced, lives are shattered, and fear overshadows hope. Lord, bring healing where there is devastation, justice where there is oppression, and comfort to all who suffer. Let your peace, true, lasting, restorative, take root in places where violence has ruled for so long. Father, we also pray for our nation and our own community here in Smith County. In times of division, disgrace, and uncertainty, remind us that we are all called to be instruments of unity and compassion. Help us to listen with patience, speak with kindness, and act with wisdom. Let your spirit guide our conversations so that our community reflects the values of respect, neighborliness, and shared purpose. And now, Lord, we ask your blessing upon this meeting tonight. Grant this board clarity of mind, calmness of spirit, fairness in judgment. Help us to work together for the good of every member of this association and for the well-being of Lakeway Harbor. As we discuss matters of importance, may our decisions be grounded in integrity, guided by your wisdom, and carried out with humility and diligence. We thank you for the privilege of serving our neighbors and ask that everything we do tonight be in your honor. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
All right, and can we stand and do the Pledge of Allegiance, please? Share.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Play ball. All right. So that was all for the benefit of some folks that were upset with me last time that we didn't have a big prayer. Roll call. Roll call of directors. Dennis? Here. Here. Al? Here. Randy? Here. Patrick? Okay, we're all here. Financials, income. In your packet, there is a list of, this is November. These are the dues that came in. We just sent them out, so it was kind of light. And the bills that we paid for that month. That's all we did financially. You also have, that I put on your desk today, the last 3 months of Southside Bank for both of your bank accounts. It looks fine. Like I said, we didn't do very much because we hadn't gotten the signature cards and all that squared away. Anybody have any questions about the money? Nothing's out of ordinary. Okay. All right. Yeah, it's every day we're making deposits. Every day people are bringing in money. So things are working well in that respect. Next item is and also we have December check authorization. This is what we're going to either we have spent up to date or we're intending to spend this month to this meeting, and it's general fund and the road fund. I have a check for the. Is anybody here from the Section D Road Warriors?
I'm sorry.
Is anybody here from the Section D
Yeah, well, you
road
know I
warriors?
am.
Okay, I mean, do you represent them or,
I represent them. so-
okay, because we have a check for $2,000, but I have no idea how you guys are organized, if you're just a group of friends or who to make the check out to. That's what I'm saying.
I'll get you that information,
Okay,
okay, because I don't know who to make it out to. You would make it out to me. Probably Tracy.
okay, well, we have the check here, they
Okay.
can come in the office when we're open.
Good,
We'll be happy to
good,
give
good.
it to
I'll
them.
let them know that.
You might also, I saw a drawing with some numbers on it, so
Yes, sir.
I figured that's what you're gonna spend some of the money on.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, very good. So can I get a motion to approve the review of the bank statement? 'Cause that's all we've really done. The money that was spent and collected in November, and then what we're intending to pay up through this meeting.
I'll make a motion to approve. Anybody second?
I'll second it.
Okay.
All right.
All in favor?
Aye. Perfect. All right, very good. As we get a little further down the road and we have a better control on what happened to money in the past, what's happening to money presently, and we get the books a little bit more in order, we'll be giving more full reports to all of you also. You're also welcome, as some people have done, to come in the office when we're open and look at anything that you want to look at. Bank statements, checkbooks, collections, invoices, whatever you need to know. We'll be happy to show it to you. Okay? Alrighty, that takes care of financials. We sent out the minutes. I hope everybody had a chance to look through them. And I looked at them, it seems pretty close to what happened. So can I have a motion to approve the minutes?
I'll motion.
A second.
All in favor and say aye?
Aye.
Opposed? None. All right. Now we get to the more important stuff. Now we got the administrative things out of the way. The roads. Unfortunately, we had a lot of rain in the last couple of weeks, so we were limited in what we could try to get accomplished. We did have 50 tons of dirt dropped over near the washout on Lakeside, and we had 15 tons of rock, not crushed concrete, but actual rock granite. So, Hal, do you want us to tell about a culvert for that?
Yes, I found a 36-inch metal culvert, 20 feet long, $1,250 shipped here.
And that's a big culvert.
Yeah.
A small child could walk through it, okay? Because there's a lot of water that can come down that hill, and we've already seen damage because of that. So better to go bigger and be able to handle anything that comes down.
Yeah, it's a
And
bridge culvert. Basically,
Excuse me.
it's a pretty bridge.
what about a tractor? Do you think and are you willing to operate it?
Yes.
Okay, so you can get a tractor, you know about how much it's gonna cost?
Gonna be about $700.
Okay.
And that's good for $8.
Okay.
So we need to pick a day, when the culvert's gonna be there, and there are all the materials there. Just pick a day, and have it delivered like on Friday. And if they deliver early, then it's all Friday afternoon or all day Saturday and get it done. If you don't get it done Saturday, I'll say Sunday. If you
Okay,
But, always, you got the tractor for $8 without having to pay for 2 days.
speaking of tractors, I put the tractor in the shop for just periodic maintenance because it looked like it hadn't been done in a while, but there was a number of safety issues with it. Somebody had disconnected the PTO shutoff and had disconnected the gear shift shutoff. So if you push the right buttons in the right order, it just started moving, and the PTO started spinning the blade, and it just wasn't very safe. So we got that fixed, we got the maintenance fixed, they picked it up and they'll deliver it, and the total bill was $930, $904, something like that. I have the invoice.
So we do have it back.
We can have it back when we're ready to do it. Like I said, it's been raining, so I just let it sit in their shop instead of out in the rain here.
It would be nice to have it whenever we digging out
Right,
the culvert.
So the backhoe
Somebody
can-
could be.
backhoe can be pulling out
Somebody
material.
Pick it up and haul
Yep.
it somewhere else. You can be able to get the culvert in and then push it back in there with the backhoe, but
maybe we can even identify a second project for the backhoe and let the tractor finish up there. Because the backhoe is gonna be important to dig it out and clean it out and get a good base. Okay, all right.
That other tractor will put the dirt back.
Yeah.
Probably.
He said the tractor was strong. He said it was in good order and had no mechanical problems other than it was wired a little screwy.
Yeah.
They straightened all that out, put it back to the factory specs.
The bush hog and everything working.
Yep, everything worked. Everything was
Who's
fine.
authorized to use it?
Well, we'll have to decide about that. Right now, us, and that's it.
Because I like to use it when it's here to mow the right of ways on Lakeway Harbor.
That'd be great.
If it's gonna be for like POA business, that's
what
fine.
it's for.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
it-
fine.
Right of ways, because they're growing, everything's growing into the road. It's getting to where you gotta drive around the trees to get down the road.
Yeah, I'm worried about also in the fall when the fire danger from the dry brush along the
Where we
road.
got stuff this tall down through there.
No, that's why I went ahead and put it in the shop. I know we can use it. And Ted, excuse me, don't we have a zero-turn tractor in your garage? Ted was nice enough to store that for us out of the weather. So when we need it, we'll just talk to you and maybe we can press you into service. It's either that or Santa Claus. It's gonna be one of the other.
I think you do Santa Claus on the lawnmower.
Santa Claus on the lawnmower, yes. All right, so that's Lakeside Drive. We talked about Section D, their checks sitting there waiting for them. Now Piney Woods Creekwood, we got a real good deal on that dirt and that rock. The dirt was $16 a ton, and the rock was $16 a ton too. It was just basically just the guy's time to deliver it. And he's a contractor. If you've seen the new RV park going up on 155, he did all the paving and site work there. And he's willing to come in and give us estimates on doing some other stuff. But for right now, he can get us dirt and he can get us rock. And he's not even, we don't have to pay for it up front. He just says, we'll get to it. But I have the bid in writing, so. Which brings us to Creekwood Piney Woods, which is the second worst washout that there is. It's impassable, it's dangerous. We talked about the fire department and the medics not being able to get through there. Do you think we should get the material brought in for that also?
If you're talking about the road right there about,
By Rick and
Oh,
by,
Rick, yeah.
yeah, and
if the rock is up there, and we got the backhoe here, put it in there with it.
even if we just do the straightaway for right now
Straight away.
and do the culverts across Creekwood later, that would give the fire department a chance to be able to get up there and get through there.
We do that.
You haven't seen it, I don't think, but
Nope.
it's,
I've been up there.
oh, you've seen it?
Yep.
So you know,
Yeah.
you could lose a small car.
Ah,
All right, well, can I get a motion for, again, a max budget of 10,000? I think it'll be less than that because we got a good deal on this rock and dirt. And with the 5,000 we gave for Lakewood, I think we'll come in under budget on that too, if you're gonna do the work. If you're-
I'll do the work.
Okay, so I think we'll come in under budget like that. So what do you think about that? Getting the work, while the fire is hot, let's strike the iron.
I'd say do it.
We got the tractor there, we might as well fix it.
Yeah. How far does it go? So we've got just past a little ways. We do
The
whole road,
intersection,
just-
the intersection both directions, it's washed out from his driveway.
Yep.
He's just now able to still get in his driveway, but anymore, and he's gonna lose his driveway. So from there, or in front of Camas' house, I'd say it's probably 50 yards. About 50 yards down the road, and then Creekwood tees into it, and I'd say maybe 10 or 20 feet there. But I think $10,000 pretty much do that, and we might actually be able to get the culverts for it too.
Yeah, so where it tees, do we not need a culvert in there?
There's never been one before, but that's what the problem is.
But if we're going to do that work, connect the two roads, wouldn't we just get a culvert?
I included the culverts in the $10,000.
I think I'll put over them while we got.
I agree. If we have somebody who's willing to operate that, because me on a tractor, it would take 3 times as long. It'd be 3 days.
Like a dig. Lakeside out, get it ready, put the culvert in it, and then somebody can get on the load tractor and start putting dirt back in while I'm up there digging out.
Yeah, we'll coordinate that. So can I get a motion for the 10,000? Excuse me. Yes, sir.
Can we ask questions? I can't remember what the protocol is. Is that after the meeting?
We should ask you folks before we vote. We've discussed it and we should ask you now.
I'm just curious on.
Thank you, by the way. I was rocking and rolling there.
What does that mean to do the road? What's the finish
Great.
Just grade,
No,
top.
what's the finished grade you're asking? What is the final top?
Yeah.
It's going to be crushed granite.
Okay.
It's going to be built up with red select and then crowned and then rock put on top.
And then it doesn't have to be asphalted or anything, it's just.
Down the road.
Down the road,
Right.
This is a pretty reasonably long-term solution.
And if we take care of the drainage problem, which washes out the roads, it should stay for quite a while. The red select I put down in front of my house is still okay. It's been there for 6-8 months in rain and everything. You know, before it was almost you couldn't get through. Now you can. But with rock on top, it'll be very nice. But asphalt is a dream, and we're working towards it. You know, Al knows very well that if you nibble away at it, it gets done. If you try to do the whole project at once, it's overwhelming. So right now, we're dealing with emergency situations, roads that are closed. The people in Section D are getting real close to where they can't get to their houses. The school bus is complaining about this turn right up here, and that's on here too. Autumn Woods proposed $500. That's just for rock, just to put in the ditches along the sides to keep it from washing out anymore. Now, all these things are going to have to be addressed in a bigger annual maintenance plan, yet to be determined. But that's what we're focusing on right now, is getting the roads back open so that an ambulance can get to somebody's house.
I think it behooves us to fix all the roads so they're at least drivable. Make sure we prove that they're not washing out, and then we can take a look at a plan down the road where we bring in a crew to do the paving of the roads, and it's all done within about 2 or 3 weeks. You don't have to keep bringing those crews in and out to do a little short section of the road.
And this stuff is all TxDOT approved for the base for an asphalt road. So this would all have to be done sooner or later anyway for the asphalt. Asphalt's just real expensive, so we have to nibble away at that.
I'm good, I'm just curious.
Okay, no, well, I appreciate you bringing that up, because that I should have paused and asked if anybody else had questions about that road, those road projects. And is there anybody else that has a question or concern? Okay.
I mean, I don't know if we addressed, I'm sorry,
Sure.
I don't know if we addressed the runoff that washes out the road here where you go up Autumn Woods, where Dogwood is. You know, where the curve is.
Is it just
Yeah.
right out in front of the building here?
Dogwood comes and there was, gravel was put and that's all washed out again. And if you come from this side going up, you have an indentation like that.
Okay, could you pick a time when you could show that to me so we can get that on the
I know
list
what
to
you're
fix?
talking about.
Okay, all right.
There needs to be a culvert put in, from that road from Dogwood that goes up the hill where it's washing out, because it's washing down that hill, coming across Autumnwood trails.
Yeah, the water's always the problem.
It's washing
That's
that
the
thing out.
natural way for the water to run.
Yeah, we need to put a culvert in there so the water run underneath it,
Right, instead of running over the road.
to run over the road.
Right, because it digs out both sides and then undermines the road.
Yeah.
All right, thank you for that. We'll talk about putting that on the next agenda. We'll get that fixed too.
So another question I have on roads for the road warriors. Have you guys got your proposal and all that put together for what all you're going to do? Remember we chatted last time here, the
Well,
ratings?
we don't have a proposal because we're getting the stuff we're getting it from Kim, I think it's Kim's brother over there, that he works for the toll association. And we're getting that stuff brought in. First, we have to pay, but it's a really good rate.
Yeah, no, I'm not worried. I'm more worried about, like, I'd like to see what all you're planning to do.
The drawing, shows 577
Is that the drawing?
feet.
Yeah, that's one I showed.
Oh, I thought that was a different one.
No, that's this one.
Yeah, 577 feet of road, just that whole corner, get those big holes out of there. We're gonna actually fill the holes in with 3-inch crushed concrete first. And then just secure the hole and then put the road asphalt.
It's-
Well, we're gonna break the asphalt up.
Yep.
So, because we don't want the road base running off the asphalt. So we're gonna break it up so it all kind of goes in and locks together. We use a breaker to do that.
It would be helpful if you could put a proposal together with a budget.
I'll get with them tonight. Yeah.
And then, because we want to either help you do it or tell you to hold up and we'll take care of it. I know there's a trust issue there, but I'm willing to front you $2,000 on faith that it's gonna go to the road.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, we'll definitely show you that. Yeah,
Okay.
that's not a problem.
All right.
Plan on doing it.
Are we,
What's the timeline y'all plan on doing it
After Christmas,
after Christmas?
after New Year's, basically, because there's a lot of people traveling right now.
Yeah.
Sure.
okay. So,
I think there's a lot of volunteer effort that's going into it from what I understand.
Okay.
But I think a detailed proposal with costs in, volunteer the whole thing should be worthy of getting to the board.
happy to do it. It's embarrassing that the residents have to take care of self-help, but that's what we inherited and we'll fix that as fast as we can. So I'll put that on for the Dogwood one for a future agenda, and then you'll get back to me too with a proposal. All right, any other discussion? Anything else here, guys? So a proposal for fixing the washed out Piney Woods Creekwood, $10,000, anybody?
I'll make the motion.
I
Okay.
second the motion.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. All right, so
Who seconded?
Al, Randy now. If you hear references to Santa Claus, we are looking for a Santa Claus. It's later on the agenda, but that's what we're up to. So you jolly
It's only
people out
3
there.
hours, and you don't even have to do 3 hours.
Okay. Next item on the agenda, next item on the agenda is,
Autumn.
Go back.
Autumn Woods. Yeah, let's, because this one is a little fuzzy in my mind. Up here, right across the street, Randy, there's a bend and the road is washing out. If we dump some of this crushed granite in there and just make just a very quick and dirty lining, will that stop the damage from progressing? Okay, because we can get that done for a couple $100 if we use our own tractor.
Tractor will do it. What I plan on doing first is getting a little tractor, mow all that down.
Okay,
Clean it up.
Yeah.
So we can get in, like I said, we leave that hydraulic to it. Okay, we'll get that mowed out and then scrape it a little bit. If we pile the rock over here about where my semi's parked over here,
right, that's what I was
just
gonna say.
have to drop it right there,
Right.
and then we can pick it up and just drive up there.
So that is a solution to that problem, is just crushed stone.
Crush asphalt, crush concrete, the rock I forgot, anything that'll keep it washing.
All right, so I'm proposing $500 for that. I think a truckload would be enough. Did you see the pile? Yeah. Yeah, okay, all right, so a truckload, so it's like $250. So we got a little extra in there. If I don't have to spend money, I won't. So can I get a proposal or a motion on $500 to do this turn right up here?
I make the motion.
A second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Passes. All right, thank you, Kathy. Can't read my own writing. All right, banking. It's been taken care of. Trying to get up. They wanted all three of us there at the exact same time, and I told them it just couldn't happen. But we got it done. We have all three now. Al, in your mailbox, your email is a DocuSign. Okay. Just sign it and send it back. And it's done. He's done, I'm done. So we got the signatures on it. Again, two signatures on every check. Anything over $100 comes to the board. Those are the rules now. Any questions about that? Anybody have any questions about how we're handling the bank accounts? All right.
Um,
Sure, Brett.
I do have a question. How are you guys handling the refunds? Has anybody come and got a refund yet?
That's the next agenda item.
I also, while I was a father, and I'm home.
Okay.
Um, you know, my other questions are not the
Good, good. God's working with
but
you.
I would know.
Yeah, and just go ahead and tell us, we'll come back to that. So invoices for the 2024 and 2025 assessments. At the last meeting, we talked about what the problem was and our solution for fixing it. Just to recap that, the vote to raise the dues was not done properly. There was a number of mistakes that were fatal, and a lawyer pointed it out to us. So what we did was we went back through and we determined what everybody had paid or not paid. And anybody who overpaid in 2024 was given a credit on the books. And then 2025, we went with the precedent of $80 for the first 2 lots and $30 for each additional lot. That's what it's been for years. And we put those two together and we sent out those invoices. If they owed us money, we billed them. If there's a credit where we owe them money, that will be in the next wave of what we do. We put those aside for right now. We wanted to go for the low hanging fruit, send out as many invoices as we could that were correct and right, and put the ones aside that are more complicated. They grossly overpaid because we asked them to, and they should get their money back or credit or donate the money, but it's their choice. So that's where we're at. As far as numbers go, we determined 1,267 lots in the subdivision. 600 owners own those 1,300 lots, give or take. We corrected, at the time I wrote this, 150 corrected invoices were mailed. Now it's over 200 corrected invoices. And at that time, it was about $2,000 in collections, new collections. And it's actually about $6,000 now. So, phase 2 is going to be contacting those people that overpaid and asking them what their pleasure is. We'll give them the 3 options. They can have the money back, they can apply it to future dues, or they can donate. Some people have asked to donate it. They just said it's not so much money anyway. We don't care, just go ahead and use it. Sir?
The corrected invoices that you sent out, does it go into the detail of what they paid and what the credit is on that invoice?
Yes.
Right. And then waiting for a note on there saying, we'll be in touch with you to discuss how you want to handle the next.
Well, some folks, the ones who owe us money, we sent those invoices out first. That's kind of strategic because they'll be the first ones that I go after to put liens on their property. So those are the ones that were not in dispute. There was no question they owed the money. And even after giving them a credit for the overpayment in 24, they still owed us money. So those are the ones we're sending out now. We've done section A, B, and C, and we're into D now. Remember, it's only volunteers doing this work. The last board wanted to hire an accounting firm. It was going to be thousands of dollars. And the folks here have been so patient in the past. A little bit more patience will pay off in dividends. But that's what we're doing right now. Once people who owe us money, we bill them. And people that we owe money to, of course, we're holding off on that one. But we're going to do that. We're going to do that next. And they'll be given the option of, either I'll call them myself and explain it one at a time. I don't know how big the pot is. There's only 10 of them. Pretty big pot. So there's a lot of people that we're going to owe money to, even after, applying the 25. So we'll just have to give the money back. I mean, if they want it, we'll have to give it to them. It's their money. They're entitled to it. Did I see a hand over here on this side? No? Couple Santa Clauses, okay. So that's where we're at. That's just an update on where we're at on the invoices. The problem has been identified, it's been corrected, and we're working through doing them now. Okay? Like I said, there's 1,267 of them.
One at a time.
And you have to do one at a time, and that's the gal who's doing them by herself, one at a time. Because if we get too many people involved, there's too many ways of handling the situation. This way, there's one person with one policy handling each individual account. And that's what she's paid for. So she is not a volunteer, so don't feel sorry for her. That takes care of old business. Anything else maybe I missed you want to go over, touch on? God bless you. Okay, new business. First item on new business is we had to correct some association myths, misidentifications. As I look through the bills and the contracts and the different things we've called ourselves everything from Lakeway Harbor Association, Lakeway Owners Association, Lakeway Harbor Owners Association, Lakeway Property Owners, a number of different names on all these different contracts and on our websites and letterhead and business cards. Almost all of them were wrong. We are the Lakeway Owners Association Incorporated. So I went about changing everything one at a time with each vendor, with each person, and correcting things. Haven't gotten through it all of it yet, but we're well on our way. It's the Lakeway Owners Association Incorporated. We sign any other contracts or any other dealings in any other name, it's not valid. That's not who we are. So I don't know how we got HOA in the name and Harbor in the name, abbreviation, and all different documents filed with the recorder's office. The only thing we're fortunate is many years ago, so it doesn't have to be corrected there. So the domain, we have a domain now that's actually our name. Our last domain wasn't our name, and it's lakewaypoa.net. It was the only closest to what we have that was proper. Website, lakewaypoa.net. Duh. And then we have a couple email addresses, one for the office, one for the board of directors. And we can increase that if we need to, but at least those two email addresses. What we had in the past was just a personal email address that was being used for the company. And when they left, that went with them maybe. They could reclaim it anytime they wanted. We had to get our own identity. And we had to do our own domain. We had to do our own email. And not a Lakeway Harbor at outlook.com. It's just wasn't very professional. People were calling me on it going, well, when I took the tractor in, they said, well, we got you down here at 5 different names and there's a list of phone numbers. And I said, no, we have one name, we have one phone number, we have one address. So that's some of what I was dealing with earlier in the month. And as some of you that were here last week or last meeting, we have a YouTube channel now. To get on it, you have to give us your email address. And with that email address, you can stay home. And I think some people did this month. But you can watch us, and you can watch prior meetings also. And it also gives us a better record of what happened. Do you guys have any discussions about what I did there? I mean, did I overstep or is it okay?
The only thing I ask is, do we have a phone in here?
We
In
have
the office?
We have an office phone.
Has that been made public to everybody, so anybody who wants to call, everybody knows the number? I don't.
It is. I haven't done, but the phone rings and people call us, and it's the number that's on the old website. The problem with the website is that we don't have any control over it.
No, I'm just saying to somewhere in the near future, just publish that number, whether it's on here, so everybody's got to see it.
In the newsletter, I've made all that real clear. Yes, sir.
Who does have control of the website?
A very nice man, his name's Sean Willis in Dallas. But he's not always available. And that's not his fault. He's got other clients.
So
So
you can easily, if you want control of it, you can hand it off to you.
I've tried.
Well, I would suggest you send him another email and copy me.
All right.
I'll make sure that happens.
All right, that would be wonderful.
Yeah, that's no problem.
That's been one of the things that I've had trouble with, is like posting minutes and posting agendas, and taking down some of that negative photos and stuff that are on there.
So his involvement was to better the website and not cause more problems. So if in fact it's easier to handle that on your own.
It's a wonderful website. I have no problem. It's just we can't change anything without going through him first. Although he has tried to help us. He's tried a lot. I think it's more of our problem than his. And dealing with many, many people. So I've tried to make this myself a point of contact now, and we're making some progress. But, yeah. So what do you guys think about the YouTube channel and that kind of meet? You guys have a chance to look at it? Well, Jeffrey was the one who makes it happen. So appreciate that. All right, now on to something that's probably just as important as the dues and straightening that mess out, is that we do not have an active architectural control committee. It's required by law, it's regulated by law, it's in the Texas Property Code, and HOAs and POAs are required to have it, and members are regulated, and what we can and what we do with it. Basically, they are the prosecutors for the POA. They're the ones that go out and find offenders and cite them and bring them before the board. We are the judges that determine what action needs to be taken if somebody's dog is running wild, or there's a car that's up on blocks in the front yard. It's been up on blocks for 2 years. Is that something that we want in our community? So what I need to do, guys, through you, is to reactivate this ACC, the Architectural Control Committee. Any thoughts about that? You've all been exposed to it before. We just don't have anybody doing it. We haven't had one for 18 months at least.
The board members can't do it.
Board members cannot do it. We have to have independent people that act independently from the board, be like prosecutors, to go out and be the police. And there has to be strict adherence to the rules, strict adherence to law, and everybody gets treated equally and fairly. If I have a bag of trash out in my front yard, then I have to clean up just like anybody else. And that's one of the reasons why our community has some blighted areas, is because nobody has been enforcing the rules. So we can't do it, but because we sit in judgment when they bring us a case. And then a decision's made on our part if we're going to clean it up ourselves and put a lien on the property. And that cleanup might be tearing down a building that's built across the property line, or it has some pretty draconian rules to it, but it's to keep everybody equal and everybody's property looking nice. And it's for the benefit of all of us. So I might have some trouble finding 3 people that are interested in doing it. Other people might be fed up and want to do it. So, any thoughts about that?
Well, you could put up a request, sign next year, something of that nature.
Put something on the sign out.
Right.
Okay.
Sign. Put a note out there, waiting for somebody, volunteers for that.
Yeah.
Put it on the website.
Okay.
That's where I put it in the newsletter.
Put it in the newsletter too. And again, if you folks know of anybody who might want to be on the board, we still have empty chairs. People are welcome. And same thing with the ACC. Anybody who's interested in doing the ACC, step forward. You won't get many thanks, but you'll get a lot of gratitude. Okay? There's people that will be, but you don't have to fight the fight. You just bring it to us, and I'll take care of it. Because I've got a board here that's behind me, and if we have to bring in a bulldozer and clear a lot, and then it costs $5,000, we'll put a lien on that property for $5,000. If they don't pay the bill, we'll foreclose on the property, and then we'll resell the lot to get our $5,000 back. In the meantime, we'll have a nice clean lot where something not so nice was there before. And there's also payment plans. We have a number of different ways to help people if they just come to us. Most of what we're dealing with, though, is 200 or so lots that are abandoned, that people just have no interest in. They don't even know they own. I didn't know I owned that. That must have been my granddad's. Well, time to clean it up. Well, I don't want to. I'm donated to the POA, and we'll resell it. But sitting there like it is isn't going to happen anymore. So we have to reactivate the ACC, and that's going to include some definitions, like what is temporary, what is permanent. Definitions like what is a motor home, what is a mobile home. The restrictions are the guiding rules, but we interpret what the restrictions mean. But it's got to be uniformly applied. We have to make the folks know what it is, and we can't pass rules just to target somebody. So that's all involved in the ACC. It's a very, very powerful and important position, and but it'll make our community so much better. Steve.
In addition to being on that committee, can it be a good neighbor effort where they can email the board on folks that are violating the ACC?
There'll be a number of helpful steps. You know, we'll do whatever we can do to help them if they ask for help. In many cases,
What I'm saying is,
oh, I'm sorry.
if you're not signing up to be on that committee,
Oh, I see.
and just a resident, a good neighbor, identify the board of a property that falls under the criteria of cleanup and correction.
Yes, if you have any complaints about anything, this is where you bring them. You'll find the sheriff's department quasi-cooperative. If they want to come on the property, they say they have the right to. If we ask them to come and take care of a problem, they're saying, well, that's private property. Sorry, we can't do it. So we have mechanisms as a board to handle health and safety issues. And for instance, running a mini bike up and down at 4 a.m, up and down a road is not healthy and it's not safe. So we can address that. So let us know. Please email any problems anywhere. We'll try to help first, but we do have means to stop it.
So
And it stops.
Just to be clear, so we can, as you said, we can be the good neighbor, send an email to the group, we can address it. The other part is,
It makes it anonymous,
yes, absolutely,
because you got 3 people on the ACC, word's gonna get out.
that's right.
Next thing you know, they got a key scratched down the door,
But
you know, split tire.
the other question is, you said, do we need an ACC, a functioning ACC?
Yes.
So we need to have that group function. So they wouldn't, and I wouldn't expect them to go to the neighbor and say, hey, clean this up, and I'm gonna report you. They would just be that group that if they drive by, see something,
Right.
they can email us, let us address, us as the board, address it such that it leaves our good neighbor faith out of it.
There's actually forms to fill out.
Yeah, but they can fill out the forms, but I don't want to get, if I report my neighbor, he comes to me and complains, and we get bad neighbor relationship. So I want to understand that we need 3 people. That's a must, that's a regulation. So we just need those 3 people as a name tag. But if it's a good neighbor faith that you were talking about, can they just send us an email, here's an issue? Or does a form have to be filled out?
No, it's just,
Either way.
we can become aware of it through many avenues. And I've had contact with the sheriff's department where they've asked us to, keep an eye on something. and let them know if something changes. And so that's just another avenue. We don't have to have the ACC go over there and say, papers, please. No, and we're not going to put anybody in any danger or anything like that. We have enough to keep an ACC committee busy for the next 2 years, just addressing the people that are gone and have long been gone. You can tell by the growth through the tree, through the roof of their house, that they have not been there for decades. So those type of properties is what I'm gonna let the ACC is not gonna be going out and measuring your grass and telling you that you gotta bring your trash cans in. We're looking for blighted areas.
So what I understand is, to be clear, is that really you're looking to paper the committee, so you're following regulatory corrections, right? You're doing it correctly, but at the end of the day, it's all of our responsibility to identify these rundown, treacherous properties where they've been abandoned and it's clear that nobody's been there for 20 years, but there's a trailer on it, and it needs to get cleaned up.
Yes.
Because what will happen is a homeless person will be cold and they'll get in out of the cold and they'll start a little fire that they think is safe in their drug diluted minds. And they'll set the place on fire and they'll get out and go wandering on down the street. Then the fire department comes and tries to put it out, doesn't know if there's anybody in there or not, and a fireman gets hurt or killed because we didn't take care of our problem. So, like I said, I have hundreds to start with that will keep me busy in the district court for the next 2 years before we ever get to somebody who needs to paint their fence. That's not what we're looking to do. That's not what we're after. We're after dangerous situations that need to be corrected. Yes, ma'am.
I would like to go back to the roads. I don't know if this is the right time.
Sure. No, go
I
ahead.
brought a map of where my property is, and it's Dawn Road, but it's off Autumn Routes, and that portion of Dawn Road no longer goes through to the rest of Dawn, which is, I would like to request that is going to be corrected on the maps. Because for one, the fire department, if I needed them or anything else, they would probably find me.
Okay.
So I marked where that is at. Then also on the corner of Autumn Routes and Autumn Routes, because there's an Autumn Route circle. Several years ago, a different board member placed a sign over there that says dead end, but it's not visible from the road when you get there, so it needs to be repositioned. Because we lately have had a lot of people coming down and then they find out, like our little stretch of road that's in front of our house, and then they turn around, and last night we had somebody turn around real fast, they tore up our driveway, and they tore a portion of our yard. So they're coming down and they're finding out they can't get through. So I would like to request that is going to be prevented.
Why don't you get together with me after the meeting and we'll pick a time when I come over and you can show me some of these things. And
Okay.
I'm sure we've also found out through doing the invoices and looking for property owners that the association owns quite a few lots. Some of them are roads, but they're actually lots that were just never sold. So we'll be discussing what to do with our newfound lots that we didn't know we owned, but we're paying taxes on. So yeah, get with me after the meeting and I'll be happy to come down there and show you. I'm more of a visual person than. Alrighty, you killed that one. So ACC is coming back and it's coming back with a vengeance, but not to hurt anybody who lives here, but for vacant, out-of-state owners that haven't ever done anything with their property. We're gonna come and we're gonna fix their property. If they don't pay us for it, we're gonna take it and then resell it and take that money and put it in the roads. All righty. The next item was expansion of the art classes. Amy texted me just before the meeting and said that she couldn't make it tonight. Something came up and she wasn't here. She does an art class on Fridays and she wants to just do more of that. And I think that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. Now, something fun, Christmas party. Kathy Guglielmo and Gannon have been putting together a Christmas party this year. It's December 20th from 2 to 5. They need a budget. And they've spent some money out of their own pockets already, small amounts. Do either of you want to give a presentation on what you have in mind for the party?
I took the liberty to purchase just kind of a few attractional pieces. I got a blower motor, a 15-foot dancing tube guy, just to kind of be the kind of,
It's okay.
bring a little spirit, to show you.
Sure, absolutely.
But just. Something just to put a smile on people's faces.
Okay.
Oh, yep.
All right. And my most important thing is food. What about food?
Prepaid for 20 pizzas,
Okay.
10 cheese, 10 pepperoni. It comes to 160 slices. I chose Sam's Club as a choice, just better quality of pizza than me.
Okay.
But it's all prepaid. If I need the receipt or anything before.
Now we're just gonna stick with it.
Then
What
I
if-
ordered, pinwheels, sandwiches, I guess you call them that. Finger food at Butcher's, enough to feed, I think it's 45 people, and then I think they're all,
That sounds like a lot. Doesn't that sound like a lot?
feel little.
No, I mean, to feed 40 people though.
Well, I'm going by the,
Halloween.
or treat.
Halloween, yeah. We had a lot of kids and people that came by, and that was Halloween night. So I'm thinking there's gonna be more because a lot of people didn't show up with kids because they were out trick-or-treating somewhere.
Okay.
And a lot of people were
So-
taking kids, giving parties.
Now what about Santa? Do we have a suit?
We have a suit all ready to go.
Okay, so we just need a
So
body
we
to put
just
in it.
need a body to put in it. And you don't have to sit, kids don't have to be sitting on your lap and tell you all that stuff. And
If you're gonna grow a beard like that, you have to say yes. I'll need 20 years to get that.
yeah, Grav's got a Grinch costume, he's gonna be outside. So we just need a set, we got a really nice, I don't know, what do you call it, Kathy? A
Backdrop.
backdrop, it's got a fireplace and it's kind of pretty. It's got, like Christmas trees on both sides of it. And we thought we could just kind of put the hair of Santa wants to walk around and say hi to the kids and the people. But you're gonna have Santa for kids that still believe in Santa Claus. And as adults, we should still believe in Santa Claus.
Well, and we've had Christmas parties here before, I understand. It was before me, but we've had Christmas parties before. And with all the road washouts and ACC doing this and working on cleaning up lots and all that work stuff, we should try to bring in some good things too. That was the idea of Amy expanding her art classes into something that more people would be involved in. The Halloween event went over really well. I mean, it's for just putting it together quickly. It went really, really well. Trunk and treat. And a lot of people going to other places stopped in.
A lot of kids.
How many? I'm told we have almost 2 busloads of kids that come into this,
Like 50 kids.
50 kids. So what do you think about a Christmas party? I mean, we started the ball rolling. You guys have any problem with it or?
I personally think it's a great idea.
Yeah, what do you think?
Make a motion that we have it.
Okay, so
budget? We need to come up with a budget.
how about no more than $500 and we'll take donations?
Make a motion that we have Christmas party.
And,
Second.
Yes, it's like-
okay, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
And Can I have a motion for a budget not to exceed 500 and accept donations? Okay. All in favor, say aye. Okay. You guys don't get a choice. All you gotta do is come. You don't get a say in that one. You come and have a good time. That's what's important. And please tell your neighbors. So many people, they don't know who their neighbors are, and we want to change that in our community. We want to make it where everybody knows everybody else. All right. The last one is this one's for you, Dennis. Board of Directors work sessions. An additional meeting or get together.
Yep.
What's your thoughts?
Well, I guess, first time I've met Al, first time I've met Randy, yourself as well. I think that, when I look at it, the great stuff, we have to make sure everybody's involved in it. But as a board, is there anything that we need to talk about to help be more organized to come to the people? So do we meet maybe once a month somewhere, in his house, or just have a coffee somewhere and say, hey, where are we
We
doing?
can't do that.
We can't do it as a board?
What we can do is,
Yeah, we should be able to do that. Yeah, you have to be able, you can't always have a board meeting in front of people.
If it's
As long as you're not making decisions,
you,
just giving ideas, you
Yeah.
should be fine.
what he's concerned about is called a walking quorum, where a board with less integrity would want to meet privately in side nets before and not do it in front of the folks. And the rules are that, and this is just from memory, it has to be, no formal actions can be taken. It's all informal discussions, and that anything that is of a structural nature discussed, it's brought to the next board meeting. And anything that needs to be formally decided will be done on the agenda in front of the league members. But the 7 of us, 4 of us, 5 of us, whatever it might be, getting together in a work session, that's fine. We can even take it one step further. If we allow the members to be present, they can do that too. We have nothing to hide. This is more for us to pick a direction, decide a mission, goal, or
Well, it's more goal oriented. Like we sit here and say that we're gonna have a plan to pave the roads. What is our plan? We
Yeah,
don't
we
have a
don't-
plan because we haven't met.
Yeah, and we don't have a budget. We don't have an annual
We don't have a
budget.
budget.
This
So-
association has no budget.
Right.
It's just winging it.
So to me, we should be sitting down as a board and saying, what do we think our plan is? What do we think we're gonna do? We come back, we present it,
well, we
get it
would
turned
need,
down, get it denied, whatever, but we have to come up with some forethought of where are we going with this.
to make it right, we would need to at least, put it on the board, that the board would be happy to meet.
Oh.
And we would have to definitely let the people come if they want to come. That would be the right way to do it, because if we do it another kind of way,
Yeah,
we have a problem.
and
But if you make a decision, I agree.
Right.
If you make a decision, I'm not looking for a decision. I'm
But
looking to
even if we
talk.
discuss board business, that's the same thing. Like
I'm not a lawyer, but that's not my understanding.
If
I
we
sit on
meet at
two
a
boards.
restaurant,
I sit on 2 boards. And we will meet with the people that we present. We don't make any decisions. We don't decide this is what we're going to do. But we need to have a plan or an understanding. What do we want to roll out for these people? What is our plan to get the roads done and paved? Maybe 2 years, I don't know. Maybe a year, I don't know. But we don't discuss it. So how can we be organized and give these guys our organization where we're going, where we'd like to take it to go? Does that make sense?
I'd like to find some way of doing it.
we just call for a work session. And,
So it's a
make
work
sure,
session.
right, make sure that we give the people opportunity to come if they want to come. Because if we come in this building and have a meeting without the people, we're gonna have a problem.
Well, I like to know, I don't know, but I'm not trying, what I'm saying is we're not making any decisions at all.
Right, but we're still discussing.
So how do we
business,
get,
a work session,
how do we get aligned?
a work session.
So the work session
Call for a work
has to involve
session, put it on the board, and then,
So then we should have a work session over and above this week.
right,
What you can do sometimes is you have the work session before the meeting. In other words, the meeting starts, right now at 6. We move the meeting to 7 and we come in at 5. And we discuss whatever we want to discuss.
Doors open.
Doors open,
Right.
and if they want to come in, they can.
Right.
And that way, you're still just blocking out one day of your time.
and the reason why I'm saying this, because I've been going a long time, believe me, if people find out we're having a meeting, hadn't been advertised, hadn't been put on the board, hadn't been, we have a problem.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't want to break the laws, but I know then 2 companies I'm working for are breaking laws. Texas.
Well,
I'm just saying.
I'm just
I'm just saying. But
There's
no.
there's a trust issue too
Exactly.
with the
Oh,
members.
I
exactly.
here.
So possibly, what do you think about the idea? Because I'm always very cautious about taking up a lot of your guys' time. If we move the meeting to 7, but we have a 2-hour work session before, and if you can make it, that's great. If not, we'll sit here and chat about, what we're thinking about doing. I know for me, I would love to have more input in some of the decisions that I make. Because as you all know, I don't call you and ask you this or that. I don't cross that line. I want to do everything in front of the public. What do you think? What about that, Al? And we can put a sign up there and let people know that there's a work session. Now, in a work session, the public doesn't get to participate.
Right,
They can
Right.
just watch.
right,
That's kind of like what you guys are used to anyway. And we can bring in stakeholders, people who maybe are going to organize the Christmas party, and they can speak with us and give their input because that's part of what they're doing. We can meet with owners that have a problem about this or that in a work session. But no decisions are made, and then we start the meeting and we discuss what we need to discuss.
Yeah, I think we need that because we're stuck to agenda here. We've got an hour, we do it. But there could be things where someone may have an issue or somebody brings up something else that we don't discuss in the minutes. And we've only got an hour to do this.
right.
So to me, whether it's a work session or whatever, because I won't hide it, I'm just saying that I want us to get more efficient.
Right.
And then if we all group decide, we can put it on the next agenda and let's
Right.
talk to the greens under an official meeting.
Right.
We don't have that.
Randy, can you commit to that time, that 2 hours before? It's a little tough for you.
I have a hard time getting here at 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Last 3 weeks, last 3 times. I just rolled in right at the time.
Well, we could do it before the meeting, but.
Oh, we can do it another day.
As long as we.
As long as we state it's a work
As long as
session and we
Right.
publicize it, that meets the minimum.
Yeah.
So we can do it like mid-month, in between the 2 meetings. And probably should be here to give people easy access. But it can be more, it is an informal gathering.
Yeah, where we don't have an agenda.
No, no,
Somebody wants to shoot something out, shoot something out.
right.
Where's it at?
And that's where some of the best ideas come from.
It's brainstorm.
Because we don't do that today.
Yeah, we don't have time. When would you guys think when would you like to do it? I'm available at any time, so I'm quite open to you guys.
For me, myself, I prefer to do it the week of, that we do the meeting officially.
Okay.
Otherwise, that means I gotta be here for 2 weeks in a row.
So-
It could be difficult.
Later, in the evening,
Yeah, in the evening or the next day, the next evening or something.
and evenings are better for you. Nothing's good for you, but evenings is better. Al,
Time at 5 o'clock.
come after dinner
During the week.
during the week.
Yeah.
All right, we'll do that. And when we do that, we'll post it on the board that there's going to be a work session
Right.
on this day, and they'll always be here.
Yep.
And people are welcome to come and just, if they want to watch. It's like watching grass grow. Okay. All right. We'll get back to you guys.
Yeah.
Did you have a question or?
Yeah, you guys are gonna be putting out a financial next month?
Right.
No? Yeah.
Define financial. You want to see a P&L and a balance
No, I
sheet?
mean, just normal business, what's going on, what's coming in. I don't think it has to be overly detailed.
they've got it here. Do you think that'd be useful to, I don't care, to show them where we spent, where the,
I'm totally fine with that.
Right.
no, they didn't get copies of this.
All they got was the.
That's why they're being so nice, because they don't see what we're spending all the money on.
Yeah, I'm
All right.
fine with that.
Okay, yeah, we'll do that.
And I really like the way the direction of this meeting went. You're doing a great job, Patrick, all you guys. I'm pleased. This is definitely, I think, gonna go a lot better than the last board. You know,
We're all up
Well-
for reelection in 6 months.
oh, I understand that, but I think you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
Thanks, Brad, thanks for coming down.
Okay,
Thank you.
okay, have a good night.
All right.
Is there anything else? Does anybody have anything else they want to bring up? Yes, ma'am.
Could we put the board members' names back on the itinerary?
Duly noted. Were they on there before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, why didn't you say?
I didn't think about.
All right, I'm gonna, second time in my life I get to do this. I get a kick out of that, I'm sorry. All right, thanks y'all for coming.
Thanks, everybody.
All right.
I'll be done with my legal.
The reason why I
You
said
can do that. Let's know what they say. It's called the walks.
So when we met, then we had some.
Are we on the record?